Joining us now is criminal defense attorney David Gelman to help break down the legal complexities of this case. David, good morning to you. When that indictment was unsealed yesterday and you started going through the meat of it along with the rest of us, what were your initial thoughts?
Wow. I mean, this is pretty intense. That's all I can say. I've seen a lot of different things as a prosecutor and a defense attorney, Markie, and I got to tell you, Diddy, he's going to have some issues here. This is very extensive and it goes back to 2008, and there's a criminal enterprise here. And so what I really was focusing on is that there's nobody else mentioned in this. It was only P. Diddy.
Yep.
So I really have a feeling that this is a tip of the iceberg, if you will, because there's co-conspirators. When you have a racketeering charge and when you have co-conspirators not mentioned, either they're cooperating or they just haven't been named yet and they haven't been charged. So I think we just started this whole thing. I think there's going to be a lot more that goes around. And Diddy, he's probably going to be his own, worst enemy or his own angel, if you will, because he's going to have to either give up people and give information, or he's going to go at it alone, and the feds are going to have a plethora of information to go after it.
A field day. You brought up one of my questions yesterday is who was helping him this whole time? Will they be facing charges as well? How is the defense's argument going to play that these were consenting adults? They came here. They kept coming back. I mean, at what point does it go from consent crossing over into coercion?
Well, look, defense attorneys' arguments there, we have to muddy the waters. That's what you have to do as a defense attorney and to a jury. It's going to be very difficult, though, because you have allegedly up to 50, 60, 100 victims here. So if everybody comes into court and says the same exact thing, that they were coerced, that they were threatened, that they were bullied and literally beaten by Diddy and his associates, the defense can muddy the waters all they want. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are going to say the same things, and that's not going to be very good for Diddy.
Okay. I also want to ask you about today and bail. He was denied bail yesterday. The judge saying she can't release Combs because there's been, quote, significant violence and weapons around, also noting there could be coercion of witnesses. Of course, Diddy's lawyers appealing that decision, a hearing coming today. How do you think that's going to play out?
I think I have a better chance of winning the lottery than Diddy winning that appeal, honestly. Look, higher courts give a lot of deference to the lower court's decisions. So unless this judge was totally wrong in her decision with legal reasoning, and I don't think she was, there's no way that the higher court is going to agree and allow Diddy out with about the $50 million bond package that he has. And you made a very good point, Markie. In the letter to the judge yesterday, the U.S. attorney said that Diddy knew that this was coming down, and what he did and his team did were go after and talk to witnesses to try to persuade them and force them to recant and say different things. These are really bad things. You can't do that. It's called witness tampering.
Yeah. I also want to know just how big the operation was. I mean, the sordid details, 1,000 bottles of baby oil, IV fluids. How big was this operation and for how long? David Gelman, thank you so much. A lot more to come here on this story for sure. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.